Yo, Dean, what you saying, bro? What you saying, Dean? How you doing, brother? Dean. Dean the man, Dean the great. What is everyone saying now, man? Let me know if you're in there. Let's get this chat box. Yo, 2 seconds, we're just getting an announcement sent in, boys, and we'll get into the charts. Let me know what we're looking for. Everyone in the comments, let me know what we're looking for, boys. Let me know. I'm trying to get this in that. Why can't I see the fucking video? Jesus. Yo, 2 seconds, we're just getting an announcement sent in, boys, and we'll get into the charts. Fucking hell. Let me know what we're looking for. Everyone in the comments, let me know what we're looking for, boys. Let me know. I'm trying to get this in that. Yo, what is everyone saying? What are we saying, boys? What are we saying? Everyone in the chat, let me know what pairs we're looking at. Oh, where's my face cam? Alright, everyone. Let me know what pairs we're looking at. Let me know what pairs we're trading. Oh, as usual. Everyone, let me know what we're saying. I'm personally the movement I'm looking at right now is sells. But that's not telling you guys to get into sells. So yeah, I'd be looking at sells literally right now. What you kind of want to see in these markets is obviously we're bullish, right? So obviously we're so bullish. But we know at some point we're going to have to come down and rebalance this leg and then cut it like this. So you're trying to get into sells down to there basically. So it's probably going to be about, how many pips? 20 pips, so there's more than enough space for it. I'm just looking in terms of 1 minute market structure. I'm seeing change of character there. And then obviously we've got this order block being tapped into. Had a decent rejection there, so yeah, to be honest, I do think you can get in. Obviously this order block is where I'd personally be getting in. So if you'd have a 3 pip stop as well, nice and tight. This is what I've more been doing recently, boys, I'll be honest. This is how I've been seeing success in the markets recently. So let's just see how this plays out, but you'll see this type of entry. Yeah, because we know, obviously... Right, we all know we're bullish, right? That goes without saying. What's this line here? Oh, yeah. CRT, yeah. So we know we're bullish, boys. We know we're very bullish on GU. There's not really much debate over that. So we had really nice price action actually. We had this order that came into our overall order block. Had the nice bullish reaction. If you notice, what did that reaction do? It had a change of character, which meant change in lower time frame trend. So we're looking for that to continue once we come back into here, which we came back in and then moved up nicely. Which leads us to where we are now. This is obviously the extension we had during the London session and the Asia session. If I turn on the indicator, you can see this is the Asia session and this is the London session. So both sessions really have gone like this. So pretty bullish, both of them, right? Which is why we're obviously looking for the retracement. But this is the entry method I've been having the most success with recently, to be honest, boys. And I'm not gonna lie, this one's playing out fucking nice as well. So even like here, obviously you weren't really getting this one because there's nothing really telling you to get in. But let me put the music on. Just get a few more man in here, boys. Just get some. What is that? But yeah, you got to be careful with them. You don't just want to rush in and just take them blindly. For example, this one, right, there's not really any change of character. There's no inversion. So selling now, although it does, like I did say, it looks good to sell now. It's kind of, it's too risky, right? Because there's nothing actually telling us that we're going to come down now. We can see on GU, we had this change of character. Right, after the initial distributions happen. So we've had the initial distribution, then we get a change of character. And then you're just looking for the top 50% to be mitigated, which it was there. Doesn't have to be anything too specific. And then just try getting off the rejection, basically. After the rejection candle, use that as your order block and then bosh. As I said, you got to be careful because if you're a bit inexperienced as a trader, you can trade this and just get pure and utter cooked. But yeah. And it's good, like, during these market times, boys, because this sort of goes back to what I was saying on Friday, if you was in the Friday stream. But who's here, though? Let me know who's here. Say yo if you're here, boys. Morning, Dean. Morning, Mehmet. What you saying, Mohammed? Loki PA looks decent today. Yeah, trust me, bro. Not yet, Mehmet. Looking for Schultz. Fair play, Ralph. Morning, boys. Morning, James. Morning, El Slappo. EJ. No worries, we'll have a look at EJ. Say yo if you're here, boys. Let me know who's here. Let me know who's here day in, day out, no matter what, getting it done. Does that count as a change of character if the cat? Yeah. So it doesn't matter if it's the wick. Some people tell you the wick doesn't count, but for me the wick does count. Obviously, I'm not in anything just yet today, but this is the main idea that I'm going to be looking at. We're trying to position ourselves for. I'm not in anything just yet, but my bias for the day is, let me go on the 15-minute. I want this 15-minute to come down, be mitigated. It's 15-minute from, obviously, right at the very start of Frankfurt Open. And then I want to get that move. So I either want to trade down into this order block or up from there. And it's good correlation, really. Same with EU. Want to trade down to that order block or back up. EG, we'll get into EG actually. But yeah, EU, GU, pretty clear for what we want. We'll see how this one actually does play out, but yeah, let me know any other pairs you, man, want me to look at or what we're actually looking to trade. What you saying, Sammy? What you saying, Jim? What you saying, Sheh? Namaste, brother. Morning, Ian, as well. Okay, usually I've been on the approach, seeing a body rather than a... It's better if a... Yeah, that's right. It's better if a body closes, but... You got to think, bro, price still hit that point. You know what I mean? Only thing is, like, if you want to view the chart without the wicks, then you're better off using this chart. I can't lie, because this is, if you're not going to count the wicks, then there's not really any need to see the actual candle. You might as well just have this. But yeah, and that's the thing, right? So you got wicks break wicks, but what if a wick breaks a body? Like, at the end of the day, this is a wick as well, right? So this is the wick, and this wick broke that wick, right? So even when you turn on the line chart, which doesn't even show the wicks at all, you still sees, like, it still shows that there's a change of character. So yeah, still looking for opportunities. As I said, I'm not gonna rush into anything today, but I'm definitely gonna be looking. EG is nice. Stu sent in a great trade this morning. Yeah, trust, bro. Trust me. Oh, yeah. Let me actually draw out Stu's trade. I wasn't sure if it was off the 5 min or the... Yeah, it was off the 5 min. Alright, nice. Yeah, so let's go mark out Stu's trade, boys. See how Stu's doing. I mean... Not gonna lie, Stu. If Stu's in here, then I've got some things that I'd like to say to him. Mainly, I apologise for the EG slander. Cause I've realised, boys, like, EG recently, fuck me if we called it, like, correctly. And I'm not even trying to cap here, but boys, I'm not gonna lie. I said buys off of this fair value gap, and we had buys, like, all the way up. And then we said up here when we had the CRT, we said we're going to trade back down, and we're just going to be bearish till we're at this order block. Then as soon as we hit that order block again, we rally. I'm not going to lie, higher time frame wise, we've called, especially on these streams, I've called EG to the absolute T, as well as we have in the pre-London with the members as well. Obviously, Stu is the one who actually tends to trade it day in, day out, so it was nice for him to have such a lolly trade. And yeah, man, that's what we're providing to them boys in the signals. So this was the entry. I'll mark it on for you. Was it 50%? Yeah, what was it at the bottom of it? I'm just trying to see. Either way, it was a lovely trade with a 4 pip stop. You draw it on. So yeah, boys, did anyone say? quickly draw it on. So he had a 4.5 pip stop loss. And then what was he aiming for? 4.55. I believe it's this high here. That would make sense. 18.2 pip. Oh, 4 pip stop loss, not 4.5 pip. My bad. Right, yeah, that makes sense. It's this high, right? 314 or 311. Lovely there, lovely from Stu. That is lovely from Stu. W Stu in the chat. Boys, let's get 100 man in here. Let's get 100 man. Everyone drop a like. Everyone get the hype going, man. Listen, don't be scared to talk in the comments, boys. I want to see this chat moving. I don't want to see the chat standing still. Listen, if you got something to say, make it known. Make it known, boys. Even if it's just a quick little message, man, it's always good. Interact with the stream. Throw your weight. Let people know you're fucking here. Do you know what I mean? You got. I mean, look at First Black. Look at Lloyd, for example. The guy doesn't hold back. You got people. Look, you look at the names, right? Sammy, Jim, Shesh, Ian, Luke, and then you got First Black Drift King 180 SX. Comments all capitals. Taps into GUOB for set. Do you know what I mean? Throw your weight about him a bit, man. Because he does get noticed. I can't lie. So if you do have a question and you spam it loads of times, I am actually going to see it. If nothing else. EG is nice dude sent in. Yeah, trust, bro. Yeah, that's a good mention on the line. Yeah, that's a good mention with that line chart. Yeah, bro. Taps into G, order block for sell. Oh, yeah, let's have a look at... Yeah, we tapped back into that, yeah. We did tap back into that. Alright, cool, let's see. So, can you check UJ? Yeah, no worries. Boys, let me know what pairs to check, and I'm going to be checking, I'm going to be going through them. Someone said a JPY pair earlier. I can't remember what it was, so say in the chat. I'm going to have a look at UJ, because we've got people trading it. Who's trading UJ right now? Chat, who's trading UJ? Who's trading UJ? Alright, boys, also, this is what I want to do, yeah? Let me introduce this into the stream lingo, just so it makes it better, and we can all judge it, right? What we're going to use, the terminology, 1 means bullish, right? And 2 means bearish. 1 means bullish, 2 means bearish, right? So, for example, if I'm on UJ, big, nice, lovely. If I go on UJ, for example, and I'm explaining it, then you in the chat can just put UJ 1, even if it's not your pair, just so we see what people's looking at, innit? So, if you're spamming 1s in the chat, then I know you mean bullish. If you're spamming 2s in the chat, I know it means bearish, innit? Just so it makes it a little bit easier for you lot to comment without having to write out a whole drawn out thing. UJ, right, let's have a look at UJ. I closed EG 2%, trying to keep it consistent with optimal consistency. Well, lovely, James. What are you up on there now? Lovely, man. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Who was here from the start when I was marking this out? Who was here from the very, very start? Who's got notifications on? W to you. Obviously, with these ones as well, you can hold them down to here. But the point of them is to just catch a small pip amount. For example, 6 pips. 3 pip stop loss, 6 pip TP. So even like when you actually take it on your broker, you're probably going to end up having like 1.5R. But still alright. First trade in like 2-3 weeks, bro. 2%. Yeah, lovely, man. Lovely. That's what it's all about, though, bro. That's what it's all about. Just waiting for the right times to get in. Waiting for the right times. Yeah, the numbers in here are quite washed. I can't lie. Why have we got 69, Matt? Actually, to be fair, 69. Always jokes. Me, that's how I got in. Lovely, bro. Lovely. All right, nice. Nice, Lloyd, bro. EU bullish off 810 low. Yeah, we were just wanting it to come down to here. Then we're looking at buys. Yeah, stream on TikTok. I forgot that account's back. I think we're back live on TT. I was trying to go live on my own account. I don't know if that's gonna work. Oh, fuck's sake, I've been signed out of it. Brilliant. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Alright, boys, we're on TikTok as well, so I'm gonna send a link in if you want to double tap that or something. Yeah, boys, we are live on TikTok as well now. We share this about actually. Cool, right. We are live, boys. We are live. Your TikTok used to pop off, not gonna lie. Yeah, trust me, bro. Trust me. It's because you man know what happened with us on TikTok. That's why we're building up our YouTube, but we're going to be dual streaming again from now on. It is quite active on TikTok sides. Right, it's better than to get this fucking thing set up though. Okay. Sorry, but I'm just getting this set up properly. There we go. Cool. Alright, boys, we're live on both now. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, not gonna lie, that fucking GU short was nice. Did tap back in for you, man, in the stream. Glad some of you, man, actually got in on it as well. Lloyd did manage to get in on that, which is beautiful. Obviously, we're running this one up from Stu's trade in the, well, yeah, pre-London hours, really. It's a beautiful candle extension caught there from Stu. Yeah, man. Only 1.5k subs on YouTube. Way too little, underrated group. Should have 50k plus. Yeah, trust me, bro. Trust me. But these lads will get there, don't you worry. What we all saying, man? If you just joined on TikTok, what we saying, boys? What we saying? What we saying? What you saying, Pablo? What you saying? That chapters, DFX. What you saying? Elias. What you saying, bro? Rip the P. What you saying? Yo, drop a comment. Drop a comment if you're here. Good morning, traders. Good morning. What you all looking at this morning? Let me know what page you're looking at. Let me know if has it been a good morning? Has it been a quiet morning? Quick morning? Have you blown your account already? What's going on? Let me know what is going on in you boys' mind. That is for YouTube and TikTok. What are you saying on GU Sales? Not gonna lie, bro. We just caught GU Sales. We just caught GU Sales on YouTube. Let me. I won't even show you, but I'm live on YouTube right now as well. Yeah, we caught this earlier, just a minute ago. So we are literally already out, bro. But yeah, if you did want to catch GU Sales, you want to really be selling to this 15-minute order block. Because really we are bullish. So what we're hoping is that this order block obviously gets used for momentum again. And then we have that bullish move. Oh. How many pips was your win? Well, this one, to be fair, bro, this isn't like a trade you really want to be basing your whole strategy off. This is just a scout. This is a 2-to-1 RR. 3 pip stop, 6 pip TP. But the main trade of the day that we're in is this one here, this EU lot, it's EG long. 4 pip stop loss, 18 pip TP, 4.5R. That's what we're going for. Obviously sent in to the members. We've had one trade in a while, boys, but this is the difference between us and other groups. This is the first trade you've had in a while, and you are currently running up a lovely 3RR on a Monday. Can't really go too much wrong. Ops on gold. Right, we'll get into gold in a minute. I'm just going to do UJ because I know a lot of people's trading UJ. Is trading view bugging for everyone or just mine? I think it's just yours, boys. I can't lie. Do you not find with a 3 pip stop spread messes you up? Nah, bro. Well, yeah, it does, but that's literally the whole, well, not the whole reason, but one of the reasons I'm trading this way recently. Is just for these small RR moves, just because it's too unpredictable recently on EU and GU to be catching the whole morning. So yeah, obviously you're going to have to deal with spreads, but I mean the main problem we had, or the main problem I had, if I go, I think I actually deleted it off my chart now. Oh no, was it this one? I can't remember what one it was. Yeah, it was this one, right? It was this trade here. We had this trade here, which we didn't take a trade in a while. We hit this one, 5R. You can see it tapped in a few times, but then didn't enter us in. And at that point, I sort of realised that the market conditions were a lot different. Not a lot different, but it required us to adapt really and improvise, which is why I always place limits, to be honest, bro. But it's why we changed from limits to more catching live executions, which is obviously going to help you out a bit more with spreads, because you can get in at a typically a lot better of an entry than if you set a limit. And limit's also just not going to tap you in. Like for example, if you set a limit here, right? If you set a limit here, it's probably not going to tap you in if it just does this. That probably wouldn't have even tapped you in, which is bullshit, but it's just how it goes. So that's why you have got a live execution it. But yeah. You in an entry? Yeah, bro. What pair is this? So let me turn the thing on. Oh, there we go. There we go, boys. You can see the pair in the bottom right there. You can see my Insta and Discord there as well. Alright, let's have a look at EG. Sorry, not EG, because that's what trade we're in. Let's have a look at UJ, because a lot of people saying about UJ. Chat, let me know what we're saying on UJ. Remember, 1 is bullish, 2 is bearish. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on the pair. I mean, right now, it's pretty clear that we're coming off this bullish order block. If we just look at the 1 hour internal, external, you can see we're coming off this 1 hour order block. Broke structure to the upside. You can see we've initially had a decent reaction as well. You can see we've got bullish candles forming. I don't think we really have any CRT on this, but that's fine. Then if we go down into the 15-minute time frame, you can see certain things are being inverted. You can see we've inverted this fair value gap, for example, which is indicating bullish higher prices. So then we go to this order block here. See, we just tapped into, go down. Yeah, I mean, that's clearly your distribution there. So spreads with market entry is better. No, it's not. It's not better. It just means you're definitely going to get in. And the way you should look at it, right? If you have a limit and the limit loses, you're always going to get tapped in. But you can have a limit that wins and it doesn't get tapped in. So if you have you're doing limits, you're sort of increasing the likelihood you lose rather than win. if you look at it in that aspect. Alright, but if you live execution, then it's just ceteris paribus. It's just all the same, right? It doesn't matter. But yeah, I'll be bullish on UJ. I'd be bullish. Be looking to buy at least up to this high. If not this high, then I'll be looking to trade up to that high. Only issue is we don't know if we're going to have a reversal. We could have a reversal off this order block here. So, yeah, you sort of want to be buying up to there, really. That's sort of your space. How many pips away is that? I mean, it's 15 pips, so yeah, you can still definitely build an entry off of that. Let's see. If you wanted to start rebalancing some of these fair value gaps, I mean, this is probably... yeah, probably be going for something like that on UJ. Again, we can see Asia session is completing these objectives though, man. It is tapping into these. Are you looking at EU buyers? Not right now, bro. Not right now. Not right this second. That is the main move of the day though, is what we're looking for. I mean, we got everything in our favour. We got CRT, we got order flow, internal, external. Everything is really telling us bullish. We've also had that bullish open as well, so it's not even like we've really got to predict it. We've already opened very bullishly. Running over again. 60 pips and it's not even 10 o'clock yet. It's not even the end of London. It's like halfway through the session. Boys, if you're on TikTok, double tap the screen. Everyone double tap the screen. I'm in a short. EU longs. EU longs. Yeah. Just want this EG to continue to play out, man. How many pips we got till full TP on this? We've only got 6 pips till full TP is hit on EG, so let's hope that we can smash that pretty soon. Obviously, got these equal highs to take out. Boys, let me know what other pairs. Dean said too, so Dean's bullish on UJ. Fair play. I wouldn't be bullish on UJ. I'd be... sorry, 2 means bearish, yeah. So I'd be bullish on it. But, fair play. Fair play. Short. A lot of people short on UJ. Are you looking at EU buyers? Not right now, bro. Not right now. Seems like everyone's pretty much looking for EU buyers. DXY bearish to take lows, EUG bullish to take highs. Yeah, exact same as me, bro. It's exactly what I'm looking for. Swing short. Fair enough. Swing positions, fair enough. UJ swing, I'm short as well. Based off what we've seen, we know we sort of need to trade down into this low. We've come off this internal on the weekly, and then we got this external low. So that's the main move. But obviously, we are seeing a bullish rally right now. So this is the phase that we're in right now, is that bullish move up prior to the sell-off. Will this be recorded? I missed your entry. Yeah, bro. Yeah, it will be, bro. We can do a case study on this if needed. A lot of people's asking for gold. Boys, what's your opinion on gold? Let me do a poll in here. Let me do a poll in the chat. Smiley face for bullish, sad face for bearish. Let me do a poll in the chat. UJ sells due to JPY basket heavily bearish and looking to take sell side liquidity. Let's have a look at the yen basket. Came out into that breaker block, lovely there. Lovely there. Yeah, yen basket is looking very bearish sided. Yeah, perfect. But really, what we're looking for, which is buyers on that on UJ. Like I said, it's just about waiting for a decent retracement and having confidence to get in. I'd want to come off this imbalance here. Slowly come down and then buy. Remember, you're not trying to aim for too much, boys. Don't worry about aiming for the moon. Like, 2 3-to-1s is really good in these markets. Nice. Let's go, boys. Yeah, I meant UJ buys also. Gold's just having a bit of a recovery day right now. It's just coming down. You can see, again, everything that fucking ever happens on gold, you got to remember, it's going to revert back to being bullish. We've had this big move up. So really, you want a nice solid retracement before we get in buys again. So let's look at the next potential point where we can buy. Obviously, we've got this imbalance and this order block around here. So I'd say once we don't really want to be buying once we're in this imbalance. But once we're out of this imbalance, we actually fill this order block. That's when we'll be looking to get in. Obviously on the 8 hour. Seeing, yeah, we're just trading down into it. So not really much room to get in, man. You can see these are the days where it's just kind of difficult. The price action is just slow. Even in London, you can see not really much of anything has happened. In terms of getting into sales, I don't know. Maybe you could sell off this order block, but I wouldn't really be bothering, to be fair, with gold right now. I'd more be waiting later in the day for the New York session and then potentially getting buyers. We want it to fill this, come out the other end, and then look for buyers. Yeah, we're on the same wavelength, bro. Sweet as. Yeah, boys, make sure you're getting in the Discord if you're not already, boys. PA Dry with gold, EU, GU, EJ is where it's at. Yeah, EJ has been moving a lot. JPY pairs, even in general, and I've been seeing a lot more people trade it recently. Yeah, boys, this was a signal that was sent into our signal group. We are absolutely killing it in there, boys. Absolutely killing it. Listen, if you're one of my daily viewers and you're not in the group, then, mate, trust me, you should be getting in there. You should be getting in there. I'll be getting back to all my DMs after this live, so you can DM me on Insta or on Discord. It's easy if you DM me on Discord, boys. Discord link's there if you want to join. Just screenshot, type that into browser. And once you join the Discord, boys, you'll see me. My name is Lou. This is me here. You see me there. If we go to okay, I'm not going to show you, man, actually on there, but I'll show the YouTube chat. Yeah, lovely from Stu there. I'll just quickly show you. I don't want to show you too much because I know I don't really like showing this, but you can see there we've had one trade this week. Buy, entry, SL, RR. You can see 4.5 RR. Only the top draw trades. And by the way, boys, this is exactly the type of stuff we do. The exact type of stuff we do. We are not going to force an entry if there's no entry there. It's as simple as that. We're just not going to do it. We're only going to send in higher quality setups. It's actually going to be able to pass you on funded accounts, actually be able to get you payouts. And you'll notice, boys, we have actually had a few members leave. We never really get members leaving the signals, I'll be honest, because of the quality of them. But over the last 2 weeks, we have actually had a few members leave just because of the trading times. So, obviously, you man will know, recently, these last 2 weeks, trading has not been the best whatsoever. The markets have really, really not been the best. And that's the same across the board, right? We was talking to a hedge fund psychologist who says the exact same thing. He's had the exact same thing. He's just focusing on capital, basically preserving his capital, not trading and keeping it safe. Yeah, we're trading funded, Caden, bro. And that's obviously a big part of the industry, is not trading at the key times. Yeah, you should trade at the key times, but there's no point trading and catching good trades and lovely positions, lovely age of liquidity, lovely DTO. But then it comes to the shit market conditions and you lose your head and you wipe all your profits. There's no point. Because remember, then you're going up, down, up, down. Up. That's when your psychology goes crazy. You need it to be steady growth curve, right? But anyway, yeah, so we were never going to send trades. And that's the difference between a lot of groups. Every single other group in the industry, boys, over the last 2 weeks will be down. Every single group will be down. Their members will be pissed off. Their members will be fuming. They'll be DMing them saying, oh, let me get a refund, all this stuff. Because these guys don't care. These guys do not care. about their clients. They're on a broker deal. With us, we're not on a broker deal. Nothing we do is got a broker. It's all in-house, so we just send trades that we want to send. And if there's no good trades for a week and a half, we're not going to send it just so we can get broker commission. That's not how we work. Which is why, boys, in these last 2 weeks, we have been the best performing group in the industry. One trade in the last 2 weeks, 100% win rate on that trade. And boom, it's currently running up 4R. So yeah, 4R in 2 weeks. In the shittest conditions there's been in like the last 4 years, I'd say that's pretty good. Are you entering sales? What for, bro? Are you buyers? Wait, what are you entering? Where will the recording be? Are you in the mentoring, Luke? Are you in the mentoring? Buyers from the bottom of the 5 minute leg on EU. Yeah, I agree, bro. KTN, that's basically what I'm looking at. Yeah, same, bro. FTMO and ACG wanting an M in funded by mid next year, set at 600k right now. Lovely, bro. Yeah, lovely. I am affiliated with ACG, by the way, boys. So if anyone does want to get an account with them, one of the best prop firms in the industry, use my code RICHES. It's going to get you 15% off. Get you 15% off. Yeah, chat, double tap the screen, man. Double tap the screen. Let's get 1k likes on the TikTok. If we get 1k likes on TikTok, I'm going to put my face cam on. I'm going to put my face cam on. You, man, double tap the screen. Appreciate the follows and ace. Got that TJR collar combo. I don't even call it the TJR collar combo, man. I've had this since I was sitting in the back of school trading. Sitting in the back of class, mate. I'm a big stinking man. Oh, I've got to put it on. But yeah, man. I'm a big stinking man out here. I've got to put that on. Yeah, let me know, boys. Any other pairs? Me too. Cleanest chart chullers. Wow, chart chullers. Wow. Don't actually just read it like that. Shit, and I just turned my thing off. Cleanest chart colours. Yeah, trust. It just is the cleanest. It just is. You know when you see someone that's new, like they post on social media like they're doing well at trading, and you know, and they've got like the default colours. They've got like the red and green colours, and they're like posting from their laptop like, yeah, just smash the trades. No, it's the end of this song.
I'm not a rapper, bro. Yeah, I rap. You go on YouTube, you see my things, innit? Yeah? But they wanna get at me. They wanna get at me on some crab. Are you serious? I've been cradding since I was a little fucking youth, and I'm a big, stinking man now. But I swear, I'm not even gonna talk no internet chat.
Oh, that's quality. A big stinking man out here. If we wanted to trade volume and get paid from a broker, we can make 10 times what we do from signals, but we don't, boys. We are sending signals to fill your pockets, not ours. Couldn't have put it better myself, Stu. We're probably the only group that does that, because you man all know, you man have seen me and Mace been doing this for time. Been doing this. When me and Mace jumped on the net, we come straight live trading. No watches, no Lambo, no this, no that. You man have seen the come up from start to, well, not from start to finish, but from near enough start to finish. You man have seen exactly what we've done. We've never had to do any fugazi stuff, never had to do no silly stuff, because we actually know how to trade. We actually make bread out of these markets, boys. You still in GU sales now, bro? Fully, literally, Caden, bro. Caden, make sure you get in the Discord, brother. Always looking for good profitable traders in there. Yeah, this is the time where you would actually look to be trading EU. So now you're still in EU. We've got to change your character to the downside. I'll be looking for the imbalance to get filled, and then I'll be looking to continue on that retracement. So we've got the imbalance here. What I'll be wary of, right, is right now we're filling bullish fair value gaps. You can see we're filling bullish fair value gaps and moving up. So when we're looking for sells, and this is important on the 1 minute, you're looking for this order flow to flip. So we want us to fill this, but then start to disrespect the bearish order flow. Once we get that, that's when we'll be looking to get in. Right, but we need to see the order flow get disrespected on a lower time frame first, boys. I want GU sell low, just entered at 895. 895. I'm gonna lie, somehow you've entered at literally the exact same point we entered earlier. Yeah, if you're still in that fair play, I'm only looking for a small RR. That's the thing with these retracement trades. That's why people say, oh, it's only a 7 pip TP. Well, that's the whole point of this. I'm not trading this to catch 15 pips. I'm trading this because it's too unreliable to try and catch 15, 20 pips in these conditions. As I said, this is our main position, boys, that we sent in. A very, very simple way of entering. Asia low taken, as you can see, that is the absolute key. Listen, boys, once you're in the mentoring, you'll realise how easy trading can be. Really doesn't have to be hard, boys. Really doesn't. I'm in Discord where the recordings will be. Yeah, but are you in the mentorship, bro? Or are you just in the free Discord? We earn from our trading, literally. Luke, you can view it on YouTube. Yeah, you can go back on YouTube. I've taken partials, but I've actually got my TP at around 30 pips. But looking at your chart, not sure. Wait, what? What do you mean, bro? 30 pips. Yeah, I wouldn't be aiming for that much, to be honest, mate. Session indicator. It's our own one, bro, that we made for our members. It's called the Riches indicator. This one here, sessions, ranges, and equilibriums. It's not on the indicator store, so you just got to send me a DM, bro, and I'll send it to you. And you just star it, and it'll go on your chart. It's the best indicator, boys. I'm not gonna lie. It's got everything you need. It's got Asia session, New York session, London session. You can also turn on prior day low, prior day high, prior day 50%. Same for the weekly. The daily true open as well, which is a key concept. Why don't you trade UJ, bro? You normally tend to predict it. Yeah, that is true, bro. That is true. It's, oh, wow. Look at that. Shit, then. Who got in on that? That is in stays. That is brazy. Hey, did you get in on that? Who got in? Who was asking about UJ and got in on that level? Fucking hell, you're welcome. Great work, bro. I appreciate that, bro. I'm in GU sales. Fair play. Fair play. That was a very quick candle, to be fair. It was a few candles, though. Should be filling this imbalance and then continuing up. Yeah, I entered, bro. It's clean. Lovely. Let's go. All doing well today, boys. All absolutely killing it today, man. All absolutely killing it. No matter what the pair is, we're all getting it done. I love it. I love it. GJ sells. Let's have a look at GJ. TikTok, let me know. Oh, by the way, TikTok. 1 in the chat means bearish. 2 in the chat means bullish. So if I go on a pair and you man spam 1. Oh, no. That's the wrong way around. That's the wrong way. 1 is bullish and 2 is bearish. So if I'm on a pair and you man are spamming 1s in the chat, then I know what it means. Or if I'm on a pair and you lot are spamming 2s, I know what it means. 2 is sell, 1 is buy, okay? GJ sells. Let's have a look at GJ. Where's GJ gone? I don't like the CMC markets one. Yeah, nice. Basically just moving in the direction we wanted. On the weekly, you see, we had, well, monthly really, we had this big order block. So if I get rid of everything, all the drawings. And that's basically what we was looking for earlier. We wanted it to come into this order block on the monthly. Well, I mean, obviously it already did, but recently it did tap in again. And basically just push off. We wanted it to trade off of this order block up to this high. So obviously off this order block up to that high. Also seeing CRT on the weekly. I'll show you mainly on the monthly, but the weekly as well. You can see we've got this candle high, should really be this high, and this candle low. Took the low and closed back within the range, so we're looking for us to trade up into that high. Pretty simple there. Going down onto the week, yeah, so that's that there, you can see being liquidated. Going down now to the weekly time frame. We can see we've got the internal and external here. Not really much on the weekly, to be fair, more on the daily. On the daily, we can see, okay, nice, we have broken that high now off that older block. Nice, right, so dot that out. So yeah, we had this imbalance we obviously came into and pushed up, and then we had this older block we came into and pushed up again. You can see imbalance there, older block there. Pretty simple. And then again, what did we do recently? Tapped into this order block and moved up. Right, pretty obvious. If you just follow along order flow, boys, it is pretty obvious to see what is happening. Stick to the same time frame as well. This is obviously the daily. So I'll draw on this order block. Like that. Go down onto the 4 hour now, and yeah, you can see price obviously came into it pretty strong with that candle last Thursday, and then we just started pushing off ever since that. And this morning, no different. We had a little retracement down to an order block again, and as soon as we hit that, it was just absolute flames to the upside. So yeah, in terms of what I'll be looking for on this, I'll be looking to just get in on re-entries on buys, so ideally from the discount. So if we're looking at the 3 candles, we've got 1, 2, 3. This is probably the distribution candle, so you'd probably want this one to be fully filled. So I'd want this one to be filled. Let's go down, see if there's an order block on the lower near it. Not really, but yeah, this is basically what I'm wanting to see happen. I want to rebalance this leg, trade into this imbalance, and then we'll go on the lower time frame and we'll look for buys. Right now, yeah, you're probably going to just be looking for shorts down to it, but I'd leave that alone until we get here and just look for buys. It's probably going to be your best bet. And that's GJ. So yeah, I won't really be looking at GJ sells, bro. I get it. We have just taken the Friday high. We've taken the Asia high. But if you are looking for sells, then yeah, be selling to the bottom of this imbalance, not necessarily the Asia low. Because you've got to think, we've already distributed. This leg here is 75 pips. It's a very big move. It's a very big move. To reverse all of that hard work we've done, it's going to be pretty crazy. So I wouldn't bank on it happening. A retracement, yes. But again, only to this imbalance and then buy. Remember, you got to look at the markets realistically sometimes. What's your confirmations after the London Open sweep? You want to use a change of character? Yes, bro. How do you not get held? I do, bro. Trading K, and I do. So you can see this consolidation here is what you tend to get around the 9,930 mark. We have that initial distribution. You can see the distribution stopped really at 851, and since 9 we've just been moving sideways. So at the turn of the hour we'll probably have a big move again. So at 10 we're probably going to have the next move continuing us down. I'm liking how we're continuing up though. I'm liking that. It's getting us towards this imbalance. EU's the only one I can actually consider selling. Gold going back up. Yeah, we are looking for that on gold. We have had a change of character on gold, interestingly enough. We'll see how we do on the 1 minute if we come into this. I mean, we have just about tapped into it, so. You can see here we had a change of character. Go on the 5 minute though. This is the problem. It's just kind of consolidating. So you want to be careful. You can see, are we seeing change of characters and all the rest of it, or are we just seeing consolidation? It kind of looks like consolidation, right? So again, remember, what phase of the market are we actually in? EG coming down. Let me get rid of this quickly. Yeah, this was the trade that was sent in this morning, boys. Again, kind of just consolidating, right? Since we had that initial distribution, sort of around 8:45, we haven't really made much progress. So if we look at this, sort of just been consolidating. So again, don't worry, don't look too into these type of prices. You got to think around the certain times. This is what happens. What I say all the time on stream, boys. Everyone drop a like on the YouTube stream, man. Everyone double tap on TikTok if you're here. Make sure you drop a follow. Make sure you're getting in the Discord as well, man. As I said, this trade was sent in to our members. First trade we've had in a while, and it was an absolute fucking peach. An absolute peach. Just going to send a little update to the chat, boys. Let this one play out, man. What you saying, Angel? Spirit element, what you saying? Everyone drop a follow, man. Got any questions, just let me know. I'll answer them to the best of my ability, boys, as always. What you saying, Angel? Saying. Oh, shit, bro. I think that glitches out my stream. Bears. Sorry, boys. Yeah, I'm just hoping for this period of accumulation to break, man, and we break to the upside. Not on YouTube this morning. Yeah, I am, Angel. I am. On YouTube, man. I thought I was going to see you in there, but... Is my YouTube bugged? Wait. Gotta reload this. Oh, no, I'm sweet. Not liking, looking like EU not going to retrace. We'll go back to EU in a sec, bro. Go back in a sec. Still in EU still EU sales. We'll have a look. I'm not in anything. I'm not in EU sales. I'm just in this EG, but we'll have a look at EU sales just a sec, bro. Everyone, let me know where we're sort of looking to sell from. Let me know our ideas. Let me know our ideas. It makes it easier for me to see what you're looking at. We're in this imbalance now, so we basically want to see the order flow flip. So we're in this order block. We mark this out. Boom, boom, boom. So now, like I said, we just want to see order flow flip. We see us respecting bullish POIs, bullish order block and run. So we want to see, are we going to tap a bullish order block again and run? Or are we actually ready to retrace and start coming down? Best way to tell this before it actually happens is your fair value gaps. Because if we disrespect a fair value gap, what we mean by that is close below, then we're probably going to reverse the order block. So here you can see this order block, we've got a fair value gap just above it. If we come into this fair value gap, but don't close below, then that is a nice sign that we are ready to reverse. So I'm going to again draw this on. And if we do close below, then that will tell me that we're sort of ready to reverse. But I'm just going to leave it there. I'm just going to wait and let price move his hand for us. We're not going to force anything. Not going to force anything, boys. This doesn't hit TP, we eat in meal deal tomorrow. Yeah, for real, bro. We're eating gravel, bro. Eating pure gravel. Nice. This is what we mean, boys. Exactly what we mean. Exactly what we mean. Appreciate the follows, boys. Buy gold, held, it's going to all-time high. I mean, fundamentally, it does look that way, bro. It does look that way. This is exactly what we're saying, man, with these EU sells. You want to wait for these certain points. Bro, look at that. Look at that. We want to see again. So, look, see, chat, I said if we come in and we reject like that and we don't close below, then it looks like we're going to respect it and we're going to continue higher. If we come into it and close below, then we're going to disrespect it. Look at exactly what's just happened. We came in, respected the fair value gap, and look what happened as a result of it. The candles pumped off bullish. So that's why we wait for these inversions, which is why if I go back to this EG entry, now hold that thought, boys. If we go back to that EG entry, why did we manage to catch this trade here? We waited for a key liquidity point to be taken, the Asia low, and then we waited for that exact thing. So we had an inversion there again. Look, so we had a fair value gap here, a bearish fair value gap. So we should come into it and then really not close above, right? We should tap into it and go down. If we close above, however, we come into it and close above, then that suggests that this bearish leg is about to get reversed and we're going to go higher, right? And then if you can see, one candle taps into it, rejects. The next candle taps into it, rejects. And then finally, tap into it and closes above. When we close above, that tells us again, this bearish range is probably going to be reversed. So we use this exact same box, this exact same level, but it just flips on its head now, right? So rather than we're seeing it as a bearish fair value gap, we now see it bullish. So we set our limit back on the retest of it, which is exactly what we did. Send it into the members and then bosh, we should play it out. You can see tap straight back in and then had a beautiful distribution off. Am I lagging or is it loot? I don't know, bro. Chat, let me know if I'm lagging or not. Yo, let me read the TikTok comments. By the way, boys, if you're wondering, I'm live on YouTube as well. So if you want to see full screen and face cam, and that's my IG, but that's my YouTube as well, Richess Effects. Make sure you man are getting in the Discord as well. Best UK community about. Oil needs to go through the roof. News trade, Iran's oil stopped in market. How do I view Iran's oil supply on TraderView? How do I... Let me know, chat. What's the best pair or what's the best thing to view to see Iran's oil supply? Appreciate all the follows. The thing I struggle with most is direction for the day. Any advice? Bro, direction, I'll be honest, it is the easiest thing. I'm hitting 10k this month. 100% TMZ, bro. 100%. 100%. But yeah, listen, how to track... This is, honestly, boys, the absolute easiest way to find a direction. You will never... If you just listen to me for the next 30 seconds, you will never struggle with direction again. Ever. Never, ever, ever. I'll tell you why. There's only two things you need to know about market direction. There's internal and external, right? Internal and external. So you've got a leg of price like this, right? This is a leg of price. So you've got a low and you've got a high. This is what we call the leg. And this is what we call the retracement, which is typically slower. And then again, we get the same thing, a leg up. And then this is why when you look at Bitcoin, for example, this is what the chart looks like, right? We have a leg and then a retracement. Leg and retracement. But where does this leg and where do these retracements, why do we do this? Why do we come back and why do we go back up? This is the whole point. And once you understand this, you'll never, ever, ever, ever struggle with bias again and direction again. So cool. There is 2 points of liquidity. One is internal, two is external. Internal liquid, we'll start with external because it's the easiest. Right, so external is highs and lows, right? So all we mean by this is low and high. This is your external liquidity here. Highs and lows. So in this leg here, your external liquidity will be your low and your high, right? So this is our external liquidity right now. That's all you need to know for that, right? Super simple. First one, the other type of liquidity is internal, and that is fair value gaps, FVGs, and order blocks. Right, so if you man don't know what fair value gap or an order block is in the chat, just let me know and I can explain it. But now we're going to do the exact thing but for number 1. So you can see we have highs and lows. But now, within this leg, we're going to have a fair value gap, right? So same way here, this leg, you can see here, we've got fair value gap. So this would be our internal liquidity. So we've got our external, external, and internal, right? So again, external, external, internal. And all price does, all it ever does, is it goes from one to the other. One to the other. One to the other. All it ever does. So what we'll do, and let's go back. Let's go back to this little chart with that little leg in price we just drew. So if it just most recently feels internal, then it's going to go to external. If it just recently took external, it's going to go to internal. This is a honestly, boys, make sure you're getting in the Discord, because if I talk like this too much, then sometimes I get taken down. So make sure you drop a follow and get in the Discord as well, and my Insta. But listen, once we feel internal, where do we go next? Say it in the chat. Let's see if you're listening. Where do we go next? Really nice Monday today. Trust me, bro. So yeah, we just filled our internal. So where do we go? Let's draw on our external. Obviously, we've got an external high and an external low. We are going to go to external, right? And now we've just taken external. So now, where are we going to go to? What's the direction going to be? We're going to go to internal. So we'll find our fair value gap, just like we did there. And then we'll look to trade down into our internal. Now we've just filled our internal. What are we looking for? We're looking for our external. And if you're wondering, yeah, but Lou, why are you going for the external high, not the external low? It's because we most recently broke a high. So we're bullish, right? If we most recently broke a low, then we'd be looking for the external low. All right, so again, internal, we're going to move up to external. Once we take external, you can see we just took external liquidity. Again, we're going to come down and we're going to seek out internal liquidity. So again, we go down. And now we're at internal. So what do we do after internal, chat? We go again to external, which is why you see this in the market. And this is why you see legs of price in the market. This is exactly why you see legs of price, because this is what it's doing. And it's a key point of trading to remember. People think the market just moves. It doesn't move for no reason. These legs don't form out of chance. They form because price is actively seeking something here. Actively seeking something here. 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 It's always actively seeking something out. Which is why, boys, listen, if you man are watching this and it makes sense, make sure you man are subscribing to my YouTube. So I go live on there every day, trading this, putting my money where my mouth is. I'm over there on YouTube. My face cam's on as well. So yeah, get over there, boys, if you actually want to seriously learn trading, man. Richess Effects is my YouTube. Appreciate all the follows, boys and girls, as well. You broke the higher before higher, so it's going to go higher. Wait, Supreme, I don't know what you mean, bro. Internal X, so there we go. Chat's getting it. The chat's getting it. Does that make sense, boys? Put W in the chat if that made sense. W in the chat if that made sense. Yep, YouTube's getting it as well. Someone said, my psychology is so bad. UJ coming down now when I closed early. Yeah. Why did you close early, bro? Why did you close early? It comes from a fear of losing, right? Sweet. Sweet, people are getting it, lovely. But yeah, that's if you struggle with direction, bro. That is honestly, just use that. I swear to God, you're gonna think, Lou, it's not that simple, is it? Honestly, it's that fucking simple. Honestly, right? Well, let's just look at the day what we've had so far. Oh, sorry, not even the day we've had so far. Let's not even count today, because you could say that's a fluke. Let's look at let's look at yesterday. Sorry, Friday. What do? We took we took a high. That's external liquidity. So what we're doing now? Internal, right? So now we've got a fair value gap. You feel the fair value gap, and then obviously we just broke a high, so we should go to external, which is what we did. All right, and you see that, and it's basically how the market moves, right? That is essentially how the market moves and why the market moves. Internal to external. Then after this, it's going to mitigate something else, etc., etc. EG's probably not the. Okay, who are you, bro? You said which name on YouTube? This one, Richess FX, bro. Same name you see there for my Insta. Richess FX. And that's not the same name there. Hey, what a tune, boys. What a tune. Told you, boys, about EU, man. What did we say? Boom. There we go. Look, I mean, I didn't actually catch it with you, man, but I'm not being funny. Exactly what we said. So this is EU, what we was talking about earlier. Where we said we're just waiting to see if we came into this, if we rejected it or not. You can see we did, and exactly what we wanted to see happen. So let's quickly go back to where we were so we can play it out. So here we had that fair value gap, right? This is where we last were, if you remember. And we said we want to sell, but just like here, we don't want us to tap into a fair value gap and react off positively. So the way to ensure that that doesn't happen is by waiting for us to close below. So if we close below it, then it flips and we look to sell off of this, right? So, so we play out what happened. You can see price came in just like we did here into the fair value gap and pushed off, into the fair value gap and pushed off. Remember, we're looking at a close below in order to get into sells. Tapped into this order block, so we're looking for price to confirm it to us. Boom, here we go, right? Just happened. So price is now closed below this fair value gap, which tells us we're no longer respecting bullish order flow. We don't respect this bullish fair value gap. We've actually come below, and that's why we're going to sell off. Right? And this is how I knew that this order block was going to get disrespected before it did, because the fair value gap was disrespected. Fair value gap was closed below. Alright? And obviously, like I said, as soon as you have that, you put your entry on the retap of it. Stop loss on the high, so you can have about a 3 pip stop loss, like that on EU. And again, like I said, you're not aiming for crazy amounts, boys. You want to aim for 2 to 1s here, like you really do. And then you can see that's all you do. As soon as we invert it, you put your limit on and you just let it tap in. That's all you do. You see, tapped in and rejected there. That's pretty much inversions for you. You got a group. Yeah, bro. It's my Discord here. You see at the side. Or Discord, if you're watching on YouTube, it's linked in my bio, bro. Linked in my, description. Linked in my description. We do mentorship, which is obviously everything I'm teaching you here, and I'm teaching you for free. We teach this fully in our mentorship, fully broken down and explained completely and utterly. And I also have a signal group as well, where I've had one signal so far this week, and it was this one here. Which is how much are we running in profit. So yeah, our members have had one trade this week. They are 3.6k bang on up. So pretty much 4% up. So yeah, we're laughing, boys. All's going well. TP hit on GJ. Let's go. Lovely, boys. Lovely. Like how you're explaining, mate. Nice, bro. I'm glad people are making sense of what I'm saying, man. That's what I try to do. People come on here and they try to explain loads of confusing concepts to confuse you. One thing to realise, boys, is if your mentor or whoever's explaining it is trying to use confusing language, they're trying to famoose you. I'll never use confusing language. I try and explain it so like a child could understand. That's how you know you fully understand something. I know it's a cliche, but it is. So if you ever see someone on live talking about basically like gatekeeping, saying like all these crazy names of concepts and stuff and trying to make it sound confusing, they're trying to reel you in. I'll never do that. I'm just going to help you out. And if you like the way I help, then you know what I mean. You can watch it again. Can you break down gold? Yeah, no worries, boys. Let me know what page you want me to break down. Yeah, but no, but why does it hurt when it? Okay. Yeah, but no, but why does it hurt when it's in? Wow. For some reason I read that like Vicky Pollard as well. Fault market broke the wig to the. It's wick, by the way, bro, not wig. If I missed any comments, boys, just put them in again because the chat's moving kind of fast. So just put them in again, boys. I'm trying to read my YouTube and I'm trying to read my TikTok, so I ain't ignoring anyone. I will answer everyone's question in GU buyers. Fair play, bro. We're just waiting for this EG to break out this high. On a nice, significant break above this. And just run off to our TP, man. That's what we're looking for. Do you have Telegram? We're not on Telegram, bro. We got Discord, though. We are the best Discord in Europe, bro. I'll be honest. Best trading Discord in Europe. I will be straight up with you. We've got 8,000 people in there, all similar age, similar personalities, all just with the same goal in mind, which is to get better at trading and get funded, get multi-six-figure funded. If you don't know me, I've been trading for 4 years. We had an office in Canary Wharf, the heart of London, for about a year and a half. Then I moved to Thailand and did all that for about a year. And now I'm back in England, probably going to go to Dubai soon, not going to lie. Even though I chat loads of crud on Dubai, I probably am going to go there soon. But I've really been doing this, boys, and we don't flash nothing. All we do, like I said, is come on live and just showcase what we know and what we know we can do. And that's it. And that's it. So we're not like these other breads. We've been doing this for years. You can go check the receipts on my YouTube if you want to see how we're living, and how we've been living. Beautiful trade. Trust me, brother. You going to Dubai for no taxes? Nah, bro. Not even, man. I'll be open and honest with you, man. I'm trying to kick the path. That's why I'm going. I'll be honest, man. I really want to start. I really want to stop puffing, but it's so hard. So yeah, I think Dubai. Sometimes, boys, every head must bow. Like, do you know what I mean? I've come to the conclusion that puffing, I ain't gonna have to. It's got the best of me. It's got the better of me. Listen, man, I've made money. I've been in beautiful places in London, still puffing. Same with Thailand, been in paradise, still puffing. It's good, it's cool, it's banging. But it gets to a point, boys, where there's more to life than bunning zoots, man. So that's a big part of why I want to go to Dubai. Just, you know what I mean? How do I join Discord? Just download it. Type this in your browser, bro. Discord.gg/, that one there. Feels so much better when you're off it, bro. Trust me, bro. Death penalty incentive. Literally. Listen, you, man, if you're enjoying this TikTok, make sure you go over to my YouTube. It's actively stream on YouTube. We've got full chat. We've got full face cam. We've got full chart, everything like that. So my YouTube is the same as my Insta. Richessa Effects is the same one. Let's hope we can get a nice close above this high, man. A nice significant close. Going to Dubai to quit, lad. Yeah, man. Haha, don't want to be smoking that green in dubs, mate. Yeah, trust me, bro. I'm not an idiot either, bro. Trust me. I'm not one of these breads just gonna go to Dubai and get nicked for something. Like, I ain't like that. I'll never puff in Dubai. Weren't you trading Asia Sweets, bro? Yeah, brother. This is the exact same. So again, Asia Sweet was what I was talking about with our mentorship and with our signals as well. Our mentorship is how to trade the strategy and what the strategy is, and the signals is we basically just send it to you. So if you go back, to be fair, it's on a different account, but if you look on my YouTube, I have videos on this exact strategy to the T. Do this, do this, do this, do this, and you'll be able to see that it plays out. Right, we have the Asia low, swept, Asia low swept. We look for confirmations, as I've explained, via, for example, an inversion, fair value gap, as I explained. Well, we wait for a fair value gap to get disrespected. The Asia low swept, and by the way, boys, you don't have to draw this on. This is our indicator, so this is always on your chart for you. It doesn't require any of your own thinking. It's just this green box, the bottom of it. You wait for it to be taken, wait for an imbalance to be rejected, to be disrespected, like it was here, where it closed above. Put our entry on the retest. We retest. Stop loss beneath the low. TP at the most recent high. And it's as simple as that. As I said, I teach every single way, every single concept you see here. I teach how to trade. That's $49 a month, or I give my signals for $100 a month. So yeah, man, just get in the Discord, message me if you want anything like that. But boys, I'm live every day for free, and I've got YouTube where I post for free. So yeah, I'm not one of these breads, just like, you know what I mean, begging. My Discord, majority of people's, well, we've got a really big free community in it, so you don't have to be part of anything. It's just good if you are. There's a double bottom pattern, so that's why it's become aggressively too bullish. Your Jelly Zell, the Matrix called. It wants its #1 representative back. How large is your funded account? 800k, bro, is what I've got currently. Lovely EG played this morning. Trust me, El Slappo. Trust me, bro. So again, even on these lower time frames, you can see our internal external though, man. We take external high, which means we're gonna, before we break the external high again, we're gonna feel some type of internal liquidity. So just notice it. We'll feel something, whether it be, I don't know what we've actually filled, whether it be this little order block here, whatever it is, you'll notice every single time before we break up, we just broken a high there. So before we break another high, we have to mitigate our internal liquidity. So I reckon it's probably going to be this order block here and then come higher, right? Or it could be an order block that we misidentified. So it could be this, for example. But once you realise that, you'll know where price is heading. Nothing will be random anymore. You'll think, okay, we're taking a high. I know where we're going to. So yeah, man. Everyone, double tap the screen. Double tap the screen on TikTok. Thoughts on these funded rules? Do you aim to use these payouts to build personal or just stack more? You don't really want to build a personal that much. Like, building a personal, don't get me wrong, it is good. But you're making money. You're extracting money out of the market. You don't want to give it back. Okay? And also you're extracting, when you're trading with prop firms, you're extracting risk-free money from the market. You don't want to give it back with risk on money. Don't really make the most sense. So what you want to do, boys, is you want to use your fundeds to get more funded accounts, right? If you get a payout of 10 bags, do not put 5 bags into a trading account. Buy 5 200k challenges from 5 of the best different prop firms, and then you're pretty much guaranteed an additional 200k funding or an additional 400k. That's how you really stack. People who don't really do this think, oh, personal account, fund personal accounts. Think about it, boys. Bullish flag pattern appears too. Jelly Zell, I don't want to violate, but yeah, we do trade a completely different way, I can't lie. But fair play, man. ACG, FTMO. I do have a discount code with ACG, boys. If you use my code RICHES at ACG checkout, you get 15% off. And send me a message as well. If you use my code with ACG, send me a message, send me a DM, and I'll make sure you get a little something back from it. I'll let you in the signals for free for a week, or the mentorship for a month, something like that. If you want to talk to me, boys, let me quickly show you. This is me here, Louis. So just join the Discord and you'll see me here, boys. My name's in gold. Or you can message Mace or Stu as well. But this is me, and this is Mace, who is the other owner of Riches. Both of us. And then this is Stu. The man, I won't show you too much, but so I know TikTok's a bit iffy. But yeah, man. Nice trade, for real, for real, for real. Appreciate that. Angel, what you saying? Angel back on the YouTube. But if you have many funded accounts, how do you trade them at the same time? If you got multiple funded accounts, bro, you got to use basically a copy trader platform, but social trader tools is what I use. It basically means you have a master account, and then I'm not going to say what they call the other accounts, but it's Brazy. I don't know why they do call it that, but you've got a master account and then a thingy account, I'll call it. And basically you place one position on the master account and it will copy across to all the different I don't want to say the name. It rhymes with Crave. I'm going to just call it a Crave account, okay? So you place a trade on the master account and it copies over to all the other Crave accounts. Okay. So this is our internal liquidity. So we want to see us now react off it. I'm going to get a little bit of screen clip. Yo, bro, I'm using Option to keep changing my clays and drawdown. Do you know how this happens? Send me a screenshot, Dougie, bro. Unless you're over leveraging, it shouldn't be happening. The only reason your trades will close midway is if you're over leveraging. What's this app called? Send me a DM, bro. Marcus, bro. I don't want to say too much on here because as soon as I say certain things, they'll just take me off, innit? So just follow me on Insta or get in the Discord, bro, and send me a message on there. Louis, I'll answer anything you need, boys. Anything you need. By the way, if you do want to learn off me, nothing we do is crazy expensive. We could charge £1,000 if we wanted. We could charge £2,000, £3,000, £4,000. We could charge whatever we wanted, to be fair. Because what we teach is the best on the net by far. But we, again, choose to do the right thing, which is we charge people monthly. So if you don't want to be there, you can leave straight away. Straight away. And no one leaves. Believe you me, no one fucking leaves. So yeah, we charge a very, very cheap price. So you can pay monthly for your mentorship and work through it as a group, as a team. Not just, oh, you're going to pay for a mentorship and we're going to email you some videos. Like, but that's just bullshit. We teach every single concept you ever see me trade. We have a lesson on. Our exact strategy we have a lesson on. And also, we are live every single day from 6 AM to 8 AM with our members before I then jump on YouTube and tickers. Mate, waited long enough for gold breakdown. See ya. Fucking hell, you could have commented it again without giving all that attitude, but yeah, we're basically looking at buyers, but not right now. It's essentially it. Gold's in one of them positions, like we said, bro, where it's internal, external, right? So we've just taken our external high. So we're not going to break our external. So we're obviously bullish because we just broken a high. So we're bullish, right? But we're not going to break our external high again. We're not going to break a high until we do what? Chat, let me know. What have we got to fill? Before we take external again, what have we got to do? Let's see if you man are listening or just sitting there with your fingers up yourselves. Arjun, message me on Discord, bro. Yeah, Jake, that is it, yeah. Yeah, main chat's on YouTube, bro. Let's see if people are listening. If people are listening, we've just taken external. So what are we going to do before we take external again? What are we going to do? Let's see if you man have been listening. I can't lie, if no one knows the answer, then you man are not going to make it. I just explained it for 10 minutes for free. You man should know this. Come on, man. Engage your brain, boys. Come on. Remember. Internal. Boom. There you go. Rocket. Lewis. Well done. Yes. Richess 2025. Okay. To be fair, I think Richess 2025 might have had a slight unfair advantage considering he's pretty much a professional on the concept. But yeah, boys, we are getting it. Internal. Exactly that. So before we take external again, we've got to fill internal. So it just makes the market so much simpler to realise where we're heading for. I'm personally looking for this 8-hour imbalance to be filled. If you look up, well, I'm just looking for fair value gaps. As we said, our internal is an order block or a fair value gap. Order block you've kind of got to look for. A fair value gap's either there or not. So if you're a beginner, use a fair value gap. It'll be easier. You look for here. Is there any fair value gaps? No. Yes, there's one there. So we are looking for our internal to be filled. Once our internal's filled, then we're looking for, again, the external high. So you're either selling down to this fair value gap or buying off up to this external high once it's been tapped. By the way, this is a 4-hour imbalance, right? So I've just refined it to the 8-hour because it's a lot cleaner. But technically, we are actually already trading within it. Right, so again, internal, external, boys. Once you know that, your life becomes a lot easier. Boys, what I'm going to do, I don't want to stay on TikTok too long. Cause I'm going to still stay on live, but I just don't want to be on this TikTok too long because that's when it starts to get a bit risky with the old... I'm not gonna say the word, but yeah, make sure you man are all on my YouTube, boys, man. Make sure you man are all there. Just if I need to transition across, you know where I'm at. Yeah, EG's currently reacting off of this, so let's see how we do. Morning clips. LF, send me a message, bro. $49. $49 monthly. That is how much we charge for mentorship. And that is actual mentorship, boys. You're not just going to get a video catalogue. I can explain fully what we do. Yeah, it's an actual complete and utter mentorship. It's not just a course. Like, it's not a load of rubbish, boys. Again, we could sell this for 3, 4, 5 grand, but there's no need to do so. We'd rather actually build a community of people we want in there. And that's why our community is better than everyone else's, boys. And why we're able to have higher quality stuff. It's because everyone who's in there actually a bit more of a cut above. Like, we all are actually a bit serious. Like, even you, man, in the TikTok chat right now, I can half tell. You lot are a bit serious. You're a bit more serious than your average, like, oh, what direction's gold going? Or gold... Do you know what I mean? Like, I know someone did ask that, but he was actually asking for analysis. It wasn't just, oh, buy gold, sell gold. Do you know what I mean? So we typically have a bit more serious people, boys. People just actually, like, thing is, we care about actually making money, not looking like we make money. I think we're the only group that, like, us and our students, we don't give a shit about looking like we have money. We just care about making money. We actually want to make money. We're in an industry where our main goal is to make money. We couldn't give a shit what people think of us. Which is why we do so much better, for real. Different mindset of traders, literally, bro. Literally, man. Literally. But make sure you're following up here. Don't just follow me here, boys, because as I said, this account's on its last leg. So I can't say the word, but you know what I mean. So make sure you get the Insta and Discord. Just screenshot now. So even if you don't, if we disappear, you know where to find us back at. Because if this account gets L'd, I'll be back on another one tomorrow. So If you're in the Discord and Insta, you'll know where I am tomorrow, even if this does get L'd. Do you still expect EU to retrace? Let's have a look at EU. Again, we're sort of just consolidating, bro, aren't we? We haven't really moved at all. We're just moving sideways. You can't really look into this and gauge too much. We are just moving sideways. Let's get rid of all this now as well, because this is not really that significant at this point. It's just consolidation. Same with GU, really. If we look at GU, I'm assuming we're seeing the exact same thing, really. It's what we want, though, right? Remember, we are looking for buys, so that's exactly what we want to see, is that slow move down. We've got our order block here. We want that slow move down, as it's doing, and then once it gets to the order block, that's when we want the momentum to change. Remember, sprint and then recovery. So sprint, recovery, sprint, recovery, sprint. We always want to catch the sprint, not the recovery, so bear that in mind. But yeah, boys, you know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna jump off here now, because I've been on here for about an hour, and this is when you start getting L'd. So listen, boys, if you are here, I'm going to stay streaming on YouTube. So you, man, get on my YouTube, man. Everyone get on my YouTube. Get at that now. I'm going to stay on live, boys. We're going to stay trading. We're going to stay learning. Do you know what I mean? This is me, by the way. Yo, can I get in that? Boys, get on my YouTube. Everyone get on my YouTube. Richess Effects. Everyone get in there. You can see the chat's popping. The trades popping. We're having a laugh. We're having a good time. We're having a good morning. Get off TikTok. As soon as I come off, you're going to go back to scrolling. Go on YouTube. We can chill. We can learn. We can make some dough. You can actually improve your life. So go over there, boys. Everyone go over to my YouTube, man. Screenshot this. My YouTube is Richess FX. Someone comment it in the... Beg someone comment it. Someone put it in the comments if you can. But it is... This is my YouTube. Richess FX. My YouTube. Everyone screenshot this now. Everyone screenshot. This is my YouTube. And I'll see you on there, boys. I'll see you, man, on there. I just don't want to get L'd off on there. Don't want to get L'd off. So everyone go to my YouTube, boys. I'll be back live on this account tomorrow morning anyway. And probably for New York session, Mace will be live. But yeah, man. Get everyone, make sure you get my YouTube. And I'll see you there, boys. Sweet, everyone. Yeah, I wanted to jump off that before I got banned. I was on for an hour and 15. That's normally like your max. Oh, mate, it's so hot, bro. So hot. Yo, what you saying? Aye, what we saying, boys? If you just joined us, I can see the viewers already going up. Let's go, boys. Let's go. It's fucking hot here, man. It's hot here, but we're getting it done. What you saying, Lewis? What you saying, Z Commerce? Let's get breaded. Let's go. Let's go. Obviously, chat, let me know anything you, man, want to know. What you looking for. Oh, I'm going to have to put a fucking hat on, bro. It's so hot. I don't want to put my fan... Wait, are you, man, going to be able to hear that? Can you, man, hear this? Can you, man, hear that? Let me know if you, man, can hear the fan. If you can, I'll turn it off. So, yeah, we're coming off this internal, boys, as we said. We can't take external till we filled internal. So, hopefully, this can be our fill of internal, and then we can move up to this external. Let's see how it plays out. They got max time for TikTok lives. Nah, but once you're on there for over like an hour, they just start banning you. They prefer you to go live for like an hour. And if you go live for like an hour, they won't normally ban you as long as you get past the first 10 minutes. Or unless your name's Mason Maskell. You pretty much guaranteed a ban at that stage. But no, in all seriousness, yeah, if you go live for longer than an hour, they just tend to block you. Oh, that's carb. I'll leave it on there. Let's go. Yeah, chat, what we saying? Who's still looking at any trades? Who's in EG? Let me know. Chat, who's in EG? Who's in EG? Who's in EU? Who's in GU? J, Gold. Let me know, man. We've looked at a fair few pairs this morning. Gold's moving bullish off of this. Retapped into that fair value gap. Again, internal, external, boys. Took our external high. Came into our internal fair value gap. And then took external high again. So again, we should be filling our internal and then so on and so on. Let's hope we can break this high, man. They banned left, right and centre. Trust me, man. It's actually a joke. It's actually a fucking joke. That's why I prefer YouTube, man. TikTok's good for the views, though, man. And people on there are actually quite funny. But, Miss DG. You in the signals, Angel? Miss DG, unlucky. Unlucky. I'm in EJ cells. Bro, the keypad not working. Oh wow, it was there. EJ cells. I mean, fair play. We have been pretty bullish on it recently, though. I can't lie. Can't lie. Yeah, I mean, we've taken the prior day high. We've taken the Asia high. So we've taken a fair bit of liquidity. I can see you expecting a sell-off. Maybe not all the way down to the Asia low. You've got to bear in mind, the Asia low is like... How far off is the Asia low? 60 pips. That's quite a lot if we're honest. So... Really, I'll be looking to trade. If you're looking at sells, trade down into this fair value gap here. I'm looking to trade down into this. We haven't actually had a change of character though. You can see we are sort of mitigating this fair value gap and moving though. Appreciate it live, Lou. Have a good day, everyone. Sweet, El Slappo. Have a good one, bro. Took that EG on 2 different accounts. Lovely. Boys, send your profits to the Discord, man. If you got an EG, send your profits in. Now, 1 min low is 2 RR, so that's TP. Wait, where did you get in? Where did you get in, El Slappo? 1 minute change of character. Oh, what? Here. Alright, so El Slappo got in... No, I mean, Lloyd got in... Yeah, where did you get in, bro? Let me know your levels. See that internal playing well so far. We just want it to continue up, take that high, finish off that final bit. We're currently running 3.75 R up. That last little 5 pip move. Last little 5 pip move to send us to 4.5 R, and we can box that off for the day. Can box it off for the day. Bro, can someone explain to me who the fuck is Sabrina Carpenter? I've never heard one of her songs, but she's literally everywhere. And she's being pushed so much as like this woman that all men bear rate. no one actually really rates her that much. I don't get where she's sort of come from. I don't get why her whole thing is like, she sort of looks quite innocent, but her whole thing is like being a slag. I don't really get it. I don't really get where she's come from. Had order set at 16705. Here. Wait, what? On 1 minute order block. Not gonna lie, bro. I actually don't know. Or do you mean? Yeah, I can't lie, bro. Lloyd, I'm not really sure where you actually got in. Sort of struggling to work out, but assuming it was here. 16705. Stop loss at the high, maybe. Yeah, I think this is what it is. I think this is what Lloyd's in. Fair play. Running nice at the moment. Running really nice. Just want EG to push up, man. It's just still consolidating. It's annoying. See, what is this? And the crowd goes wild. Someone tell me why the fuck the crowd went wild for this. Oh my god, that was such a fucking good, like, reference. Like, really, bro? I took 1% partial, set stop loss at break even. Lovely, bro. Lovely, man. That's the thing with Monday. Just make sure you're being safe. You're securing your profits. Yeah, bang on. Oh, sweet. EG needs to chill out, man. Needs to do something. Yeah, sort of not really moved in the last hour and a half, to be honest with you, or 2 hours almost. But yeah, we're still waiting. Still waiting. See if we react off this. Boys, anyone else still in any trades? Let me know. Let me know, because I'm probably going to jump off soon if not. Yeah, boys, I'm probably going to jump off. Just waiting for this EG, really, man. Nothing really too much else going on. The retracements are still moving. Let's see if anyone's sent some profits in. Yeah, boys, send profits if you got in. Lovely. Someone in the Discord just made a 5-bag withdrawal from a prop firm. Get in. Lovely. W's in the chat for them. But boys, I appreciate you tuning in. I'm going to jump off now. Mace will be live for New York session. So this is me, Lou. I go live for London. Mace will go live for New York. So I'll see you later, boys. Remember, send me a DM if you need me. If you want to join the mentorship or signals, let me know, boys. And also, obviously, as you said, this was the trade we had in the group. If you want to get in the signals, boys, let me know. We've had one trade this week and we're up 4 RR. So beautiful, beautiful day for us, for the members. And hopefully if you've been a viewer, hopefully you've learned something or caught a trade or at least not lost. All right. So anyway, boys, appreciate you tuning in. My DMs are open. If you need to chat to me, if you want to speak to me about the signals, mentorship or just trading in general, send me a DM. Thanks for the live. I'm off. Have an amazing one. Appreciate that. Angel, have a good one. But yeah, I'm jumping off. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks for the likes, comments, shares, subscribes. And I'll see you, boys. If you send me a message, I'll chat to you there. If not, I'll see you in the New York live later, boys. I'll be in the chat. I'll be there. Appreciate you tuning in, man. And I'll catch you in the next one. Sweet.